G'day guys and welcome to another one of my Digimon Re-Rise videos. Today we're doing a full gameplay showcase and review for Jukemon Super or Gallantmon Super. He is a super brave version, which means he's a straight up upgrade of the old original Jukemon, so you can use that to feed into him, get your skill level up, this, that. In this video, of course, as always, we will check out his stats, his skills, compare him to some other Digimon, and then we'll jump in game and we'll test him out. Specifically in this video, Clash Battle and PvP, the two areas where he shines the most. Let me know down below, are you going to summon for this guy? And has this video helped you make up your mind? Alright, let's have a look at his stats first. So let's sort by HP. As you can see, his HP is... it's not too shabby. 17,000 HP. You guys remember when 10,000 HP was a lot? Mitamon's at 18.5, so it's a bit off there, but pretty chunky in the HP department. Not too bad. Power. Honestly, I thought he would be a little bit higher in the rankings of power, but he's all the way down here. All of these Digimon have higher power than him. He's only rocking 10,000. I said only. He has 10,000 power, which is still respectable. His defense is quite high. Only a few yellows and the Jesmon in terms of stats above him. 5,500, which is a really chunky amount of defense. And finally, I'm not going to sort by speed, but he has a classic 25 speed. Let's have a look at what his skills do. We'll start with the Juicy EX skill. 1650 to a single target, 5 times crit multiplier, and heals only 2 allies. 70% HP. As you can probably tell, this skill's kind of designed for Clash battles. It's not going to be doing too much for you in PvP unless it's just to clean up. 1650 with 5 times crit is an insane amount of damage, though. That is really, really high. It has 909 seconds cooldown at all levels as well. His main skill is 560 to all enemies. 5-turn debuff, removes evasion, and negates anti-crit. This is a juicy main skill. Let's break it down. 560 to all enemies is baseline. It's okay. 5-turn debuff is always amazing. Removes evasion. It hits all enemies, so that's great. And negates all enemies anti-crit. So you pop this at the start of the match. They're basically starting 5 turns down, no evasion, and no anti-crit. It's a really good move. His sub-skill, single target, 1065. Again, a 5 times crit multiplier, so that's over 5,000%. Allows all allies to have a 5,000 shield as well. So again, as you can see, he's got a few skills for PvP and a few skills that kind of look pretty juicy in Clash Battle. His passive skill increases all allies' power. By the way, his passive skill is nuts. 70% power, 60% crit rate, 75% cooldown to red, brave, and super brave allies, and nullifies sleep and fade. This passive is absolutely nuts. I can't believe they put so many things in this. 70% power passively is ridiculous. Crit rate 60% is permanent as long as your Jukemon's on the field. All your allies will be getting that 60% crit rate, which opens up your plug-in department a little bit as well. Reduces cooldown by 75%, super good for him and all red allies. And of course, nullifying sleep is okay, but nullifying fade is schmicko. This passive is off chops, guys. It is pretty nuts. If you're running a power team, definitely consider popping this guy on it if you have him. His plugins, of course, give critical and HP. Alright, now we've had a look at his stats and his skills. Let's actually jump in the game, see how much we can get that EX skill hitting for, that sub skill, and see how effective that main skill is in PvP. I'll see you in Clash Battle. Okay, we're heading into a level 20 Susanamon Clash Battle raid. I picked this because Jukemon will have type advantage and he's going to be hitting hard, and level 20 means we get to show off a little bit more than level 10, who would probably get one shot because this guy hits really, really hard. So I'm going to use Kaiser for some protection here. The beauty of this team is I don't need to set up anything. I've got power buff, power damage resistance down, defense down, everything ready to go. So we can just frag with a 4.5 million with that EX skill. That is actually a lot of damage. With a 2.7 sub skill. Dude's nuts, man. That is some big dick damage. Plus, that cooldown reduction means this guy, he's pretty crazy, man. You can get 2 EX skills off per Clash Battle if you time it right. So we should be able to get that EX skill off again. Here's Kaiser's Kowloon sub skill as well. Oof, that's juicy, 4.7. That's a lot of setup, man. Duke can just come out and he can just bang, 3 million. Crazy scenes, guys. This guy's yeah, he's pretty good in Clash Battle, if I do say so myself. Now, do remember that he has type advantage, and I believe he is boosted as well, but still big numbers. The main skill, not too useful. Actually, I take that back, because some enemies, especially Spirals, love to put buffs on themselves, so a 5-turn debuff isn't that bad, but as you can see, the EX and the main skill and the sub skill are where it's at for Clash Battle. They are doing some really big damage. So we might even be able to finish this guy off. 30 million health. Can we actually finish him off here? It's going to be close. Let's get this let's get this Kowloon off first. If that doesn't... we'll go this first, yeah, and then the Kowloon to finish it off. There we go. Wow, guys. He's very good in Clash Battle. He was hitting some massive millions. He's hitting in the millions, like multiple millions. This guy is good in Clash Battle, especially if you run him on the right team. This team requires no setup. They've kind of removed all the setup from Clash Battle. You can just start getting straight into it with passives now, which is good to see, but... yeah, definitely top tier in Clash Battle. Let's jump into PvP now and see how he performs there. Alright, here we are in PvP. This is the plugin setup I got him running with. Not the greatest setup. Speed would definitely be better than Evasion, but I like the Purple Bane plugin. It just helps me hit really hard when I need to. Omegamon and Jessamon there to hit hard. Omegamon obviously gives the defense and power damage resistance down. Blackwall Greymon for crit protection, and the Agumon there for a bit of defensive utility. And another 5-turn debuffer. So, I'm always going to start the battle off pretty much with this main skill. Goodbye crit immunity, 5-turn debuff, and no evasion left. Add another 5-turn debuff onto that, and this guy's pretty nutty. That sub skill just hit a bajillion damage. And let's see the EX skill here. Unfortunately, we don't get a 42-pointer. Or maybe with the revive, let's see. 56,000 on that EX skill. It is single target, but... Hooly dooly, guys. Oh, we did get a 42-pointer. Omegamon revived there. Shit happens quick with this, guys. with this guy, guys. I'm not scared of crit protection, so I'm going to jump in here. We're going to kick it off with that crit protection removal and a 5-turn debuff, and then we're pretty good to go with our damage dealers from there. Paired with Omegamon, this guy hits pretty chunky hard too. Alright, and let's see if Jessamon can finish the job. Not quite. Not quite. My team is pretty defensively stacked as well. Let's get that main skill off again. Oh, unfortunately, they had a bunch of damage limiters up. But evasion's not an issue, crit protection's not an issue. And unfortunately gets taken out there. He isn't the most defensive Digimon. You do need to give him some defensive support if you want him to last longer than that initial main skill at the start. You can also run some status shenanigans with this guy because he has a 5-turn debuff. There's not many Digimon that protect more than 7 turns or can survive 2 5-turn debuffs, and once those protections are gone, you can go nuts with statuses. So rock this plus an Agumon main skill. That's 10 turns down, even Omegamon sub skill. 10 turn buff removal, and basically you can go nuts with a sleep or... So here's that second 5-turn debuff. So they're 10 turns down, and now I can pop sleep. Didn't get the full team sleep, unfortunately, but you kind of see where I'm going. This guy makes it really, and he hits so hard. This guy makes it really easy to get the enemy's turn counters down, is what I'm trying to say. And let's finish it with a nice Jukemon. Oh, he's going to get blocked by that damage limiter. It's alright, gives everyone a shield, a little bit of tankiness there. He's good for cleanup too, single enemy left. Sometimes you just need something to really, really hit hard. I'm going to use all 5 battles here. Let's, where do we go? We got 2 more to go, guys. Let's go with this one. So yeah, definitely opens up a lot of options, and if you're running a power team, really solid. I should talk about his crit boosting. It's so good. It opens up your plugins. You don't need to run extra plugins in your last slot. You can basically run your 2 target plugins if they're critical, plus his passive gives you 110% crit rate. And then you can either run speed or some other kind of defensive-based... Dude, that was a quick match. Defensive-based plugin and go from there. So yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying this guy. If you have Omegamon, definitely best buddies. Omegamon needs crit. Jukemon needs the defense reductions. It's a good combo. Heavy Leo is a bit of an issue for this guy, so I'm going to start with a 5-turn debuff with him Fade here, because that Heavy Leomon has that auto taunt, and then we'll head straight into our main skill, and we're back to pretty much where we should be. Except for that cover. Yeah, cover really messes with this guy a little bit. Heavy Leomon just messes with everyone. He's such a pain. But we should have enough damage to... and he got taken out in the last match. That's fine. Now we just got to deal with this super chonky Heavy Leomon, and we should be good. So yeah, he's not invincible. And since he's been removed from the field, you do lose your 60% crit buff, but you do keep the Fade protection and any other turn limited protections or buffs, debuffs that he gave. It's just the permanent buffs. Anyway, we still managed to dispatch this team. Hopefully, Black Wargreymon. Thank you. Dude, that was closer than it needed to be. Yeah, nice. So, overall, super solid in PvP, super solid in Clash Battle. Definitely a really solid Digimon to have. So, we might call it there, guys. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like down below. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, how you went on your summons, or how you're going to go on your summons down below for Super Brave Jukemon. No Jukemon X, no Jukemon Crimson Mode, just Jukemon. In my personal opinion, I really like this guy. If you're running a Brave team or a power-based team, he's definitely almost a must-have. I really enjoy him. And with so much crit immunity running around at the moment, this guy is definitely up there. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!